But then I say we failed our son if he's someone who cheats. And I say where did he learn that from? And my husband says certainly not us. And then I say I don't think I can. How can we know something and no tell Lily? That would be like us not helping our daughter if we knew she was in trouble. He says to stay out of it. He says it's just the natural way of things. It's like getting in the way of the cycle of life. Well, no. I wasn't having that. During she's recent visit, she seemed distressed. I asked my son to go and pick up some stuff at the corner store for dinner. I told him that I had forgotten something but I didn't, I just wanted a few minutes with Shay alone and couldn't tell him that. I took the opportunity to ask her what was wrong. Shay and I have always had a good relationship and she's asked me out for little dates, just the two of us every now and again. So it wasn't strange for her me to pick up on something that was off and then feel as though that I had to ask her about it. She confided in me that she didn't know what to do about my son's lack of ambition and laziness. I told her that I couldn't see it changing anytime soon as it had been going on for almost 2 years now, but it got worse when she had actually left for college. As soon as she made up her mind about going, I feel as though that's when something clicked in him. She then asked for my advice and I suggested that she prioritize her own wants and needs. She had told me that she was planning on dropping out and coming back home and working at her grandpa's flooring store. I asked her if it was something her grandpa wanted to do and if it was something that needed to be done in order to keep the store afloat. She said no, her grandpa was fine with the store, but she said that school was just hard and it was hard to be away from Brian and she couldn't focus properly because her and Brian were constantly fighting. She worked her butt off for a scholarship and I told her she would be making a mistake if she dropped out of school and didn't give it more of a chance. She deserved someone who could match her passion and drive, someone who would support and uplift her in her journey towards becoming a doctor. But as much as I sympathized with Shay, I also couldn't shake the maternal instinct to protect my son. He was lost and struggling, drowning in his own insecurities and fears. But I tried to give her the same advice that I would any girlfriend of mine. Honestly, I see myself in Shay. Why would let someone hold me back like that? And I do think of Shay as a daughter, and as a daughter, why would I let anyone hold my daughter back from her full potential? Then I told her that it's not worth staying with someone who holds her back. I said now is the time for her to be selfish. Shay hugged me and thanked me and said she would consider my words carefully. My son came downstairs earlier today, furious, absolutely in a rage because Shay had broken up with him through a text message. He told me that she mentioned discussions with your mom which made her rethink the relationship and she has to put herself first and she has dreams and goals and he's just not matching her energy. She basically told him that she deserves better. My son was angry that I had interfered and accused me of crossing boundaries. I explained that I didn't all out tell Shay to leave him, but simply reminded her to make her own decisions and do what is best for herself. Now my son is not speaking to me and my husband is frustrated, thinking that without Shay, my son will have a harder time getting out of his current rut. I also miss having Shay around. So, Ida? Update 1. Well, a few days after the breakup, my son comes up to my husband.